Greetings. Professional. Picture this. You wake up. The room is calm. But your mind is a storm. Before your feet touch the floor, exhaustion hits not from the day ahead, but from relentless thoughts. What if I fail today? Why did I say that yesterday? Am I living with purpose? You haven't moved, yet you're already drained. The worst part, this chaos feels normal, but deep down, you know it's not right. No one taught you how to manage this. Let me be clear. Your mind isn't your enemy. It should be your sanctuary, your strength, your guide, not a source of fear. Your mind shouldn't ambush you in quiet moments. Yet, no one showed you how to tame it. You can distract yourself with noise, scrolling endlessly, numbing with entertainment or harmful habits. But silence will come, and when it does, your mind reveals what you've buried. That's not weakness. It's a call to lead yourself. That's a call to lead with purpose. Your mind isn't broken, it's untrained. Like any powerful tool, it can harm until you master it. Enter the ancient Stoic philosophers, not with lofty ideals, but rough truth. They weren't serene monks on mountaintops. They were warriors, emperors, slaves, exiles, people who faced pain, loss, betrayal, and chaos. Yet they didn't let those trials rule their minds. Why? They held one truth. It's not what happens to you that destroys you, but how you perceive it. Marcus Aurelius, amid war and plague, reminded himself, you control your mind, not external events. That's not a social media quote, it's a lifeline. That's a skill you can forge. You don't need to be emotionless or ignore feelings, but you must train your focus. Reclaim your inner space, because if you don't, the world will invade it. Let's be honest, your mind is pulled in every direction daily. Social media comparisons, fear of missing out, regrets from the past, anxiety about the future, voices telling you who you should be. No wonder you feel overwhelmed. No wonder you sometimes struggle to breathe. But here's what you must hold on to. You have the power to pause. You have the power to take back control. It's never too late to start. This video isn't about perfection, it's about standing firm in your thoughts, emotions, and choices. We'll explore 7 tough but healing Stoic truths to stop chasing mental peace and start building it within yourself. This isn't fleeting motivation, it's a mental strategy for resilience. Before we dive in, do this close other tabs. Silence, the outside world. Make this moment the one where you stop escaping your mind and start leading it with dignity. If this resonates, don't hold back. Hit like. Share your commitment in the comments. Share with a colleague. Subscribe if you're ready to build a mind where you feel secure. Write this in the comments. My mind is my stronghold, and I will protect it. First, truth. Don't let emotions steer your life. Marcus Aurelius said, if you're disturbed, it's not the thing itself, but your judgment of it that causes pain. This is a hard truth. Your emotions are real, but not always true. They're signals, not commands. Yet most of us let emotions take the wheel while we're just passengers. You feel sad. You shut down. You're angry. You lash out or hurt someone. You're anxious. You cancel plans or avoid life. Here's the problem. When emotions drive, they often crash. A Stoic mind feels everything but doesn't obey every impulse. Be honest. Have you ever said something in anger, you later regretted deeply, made a choice out of fear or envy that backfired. That's what happens when emotions act without your permission. To master your mind, remind yourself, I feel this emotion, but I don't have to act on it. Here's a practical tool when a strong emotion hits. Pause and name it. Whisper to yourself, this is anger. This is fear. This is shame. Naming it detaches you. From it, you are not the emotion. You're the observer with authority. Then ask, what would my wiser self do now that pause and question activate your rational mind? Stopping emotional reactions from becoming real-world regrets. Stoics call this the power of reasoned choice, acting with clarity, not blindly. You can feel sad and still show up to work. You can feel fear and still speak your truth. You can feel anger and choose silence. Discipline isn't suppressing emotions, it's guiding them with purpose. Try this next time emotions flood you. Write them down before acting. You'll see their power fade on paper. This is what Marcus Aurelius did. His meditations weren't for public display, they were his way of checking himself, saying, this is what I feel, but this is how I choose to act. Imagine your strength if you did this. Daily, not perfection, but greater awareness. Second truth, slow your thoughts before they own you. Seneca said, the man who craves more is the true poor man. What steals your peace? Often, it's not the big problems, but small thoughts racing, piling up, and hijacking your mind. One moment you're fine. The next, you're lost in 5 directions. What if I fail? What did their message mean? Why is everyone ahead of me if tomorrow goes wrong? Suddenly, you're trapped in a mental spiral, stressed, distracted, exhausted without moving. You haven't left the room, but your mind's run a marathon. Truth is, overthinking isn't a sign of deep wisdom. It's a signal of lost control. You can be brilliant, yet a prisoner of your own mind. Stoics trained their thoughts like warriors, believing thoughts must be guided, not left to wander endlessly. To slow them, notice when your mind races, shallow breathing, racing heart for no reason, rereading a sentence 5 times without retention. That's the cue. Do something bold today. Pause. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Exhale slower. Now, name one thing truly bothering you. Just one. Not 5. Overthinking comes from your brain tackling 10 things at once. Choose one and tell your mind, let's address this alone. You're not ignoring the rest. You're choosing not to be overwhelmed. Try this Stoic exercise to transform your day-evening reflection. Each night, ask, which thoughts unsettled me today? Were they real threats? How could I respond with more calm? Reflecting builds self-mastery over reacting. Your mind sharpens. It stops panicking because it knows you're in charge. You'll discover something powerful. Slowing your thoughts restores your energy. You hear your true voice, not the noise around you. In that stillness, you choose what to believe and what to release. Stoicism isn't about having no thoughts. It's about not being enslaved by them. You can't stop your brain from thinking, but you can stop giving power to thoughts that harm you. Every thought is a guest. You decide who stays for dinner. Write this in the comments. I slow my thoughts. I choose what stays. Third, truth. Nourish your mind. Don't poison it. Marcus Aurelius said, your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. You're not just what you eat, but what you consume mentally. If you feed on gossip, drama, fear, comparison, or mindless content, don't be shocked when you feel anxious, empty, or lost. Most people treat their phones like junk food, scrolling aimlessly, consuming whatever pops up. Imagine eating anything handed to you. Spoiled or toxic, you'd get sick fast. Ask yourself, how long have you fed your mind mental junk without realizing it? Stoics were deliberate about what entered their minds. Knowing a weak mind isn't born weak. It's weakened by constant distraction and mental garbage. Here's the challenge: audit your mental diet. Ask, who do I follow online? What conversations do I allow in my life? Am I feeding wisdom or noise? Your mind feels foggy because it's cluttered with pointless, irrational content. You don't have to live like that. Reclaim your mind like you'd reclaim your body by cutting out junk food. Start small. Replace one piece of mental junk daily with wisdom. Read 2 pages of Stoic writing. Watch 10 minutes of content on clarity or truth. Reflect in silence instead of scrolling. It sounds small, but it's the start of transformation. Protect not just what you consume, but who you talk to. If someone's always negative, gossipy, or shallow, limit their access. It's not rudeness, it's guarding your peace with dignity. A healthy body with a poisoned mind will still drag you down. Ask daily, does what I consume today make me a person of integrity? If not, it's a distraction, not worth your attention. Each time you engage, ask, does this sharpen or weaken me? Does it fuel fear or strength? What you feed grows, choose wisely. Write this in the comments. I nourish my mind with clarity, not chaos. 4th, truth. Train your mind to observe, not absorb. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about it. Someone frowns as they pass. Instantly, your mind spins a story. They're upset with me. I did something wrong. People are pulling away. But maybe they're just having a rough day. Maybe it's not about you at all. Yet your mind absorbs that moment and turns it into a personal threat. Most people do this unconsciously, taking every comment, every awkward pause, and making it a wound. A Stoic doesn't soak up emotions, they observe them. They see what happens, but don't inflate its meaning beyond reality. Truth is, not every feeling you have is accurate. Not every word you hear is true. Not everything you see is about you. An untrained mind connects unrelated dots, exhausting you. That's draining, isn't it? Always assuming someone's upset with you. Believing every action hides a secret jab. Feeling insecure without cause. That's why your mind needs training to see things as they are, not as fear paints them. Here's how. First, pause before jumping to conclusions. Your brain craves quick answers. They didn't text back, they must hate me. Instead, ask, could there be another reason? Do I have evidence? Or just a feeling? This pause can stop 90% of overreactions. Second, separate facts from feelings. Feeling rejected is real. But is it true? Are you actually excluded? Or is it an old wound resurfacing? Stoics practice this as radical honesty with themselves. Seneca reflected nightly, asking, did I see today clearly? Or did fear cloud the truth? It's not easy, but it's liberating. When you stop absorbing every emotion, you stop hurting from invisible wounds. Third, embrace curiosity over paranoia. Instead of judging, ask questions. Rather than thinking they're ignoring me, consider, maybe they're tired. Maybe they're distracted. Maybe this isn't about me. This isn't weakness, it's mental discipline. This is Stoicism in daily life, not just calm quotes. But choosing clarity over assumption. Assumptions become stories. Stories become beliefs. And beliefs shape your identity. Don't let a false narrative live in your head. Be a calm observer, not an emotional sponge. Write this in the comments: I observe the world. I don't absorb its noise. Fifth truth. Teach your mind to embrace the unknown. Epictetus said, "Don't demand things happen as you wish. Let them unfold naturally, and your life will flow better." We dread uncertainty, what others think of us, what comes next, where decisions lead. Fear of the unknown fuels anxiety, trapping you in overthinking. It pushes you to control what's beyond your grasp. But here's the Stoic shift. You don't need to know everything to find peace. You just need confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes. That's true. Control, not mastering the storm, but navigating it with strength. Modern minds crave instant answers, Googling everything, overanalyzing texts, predicting the future until exhaustion sets in. A Stoic mind says, do what you can, prepare, but accept what you can't control. That surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Here's how to build this. First, practice radical presence. Ask yourself, what's true right now? Am I in danger? Or just fearing what might be? Fear lives in the what-ifs, not the present. You can't build peace in a world of maybes. Second, let uncertainty be your teacher. It humbles you. Force patience. Builds trust not in outcomes, but in your growth. When Epictetus lost everything, home, freedom, he didn't panic. He said, "They can chain my body, but not my will." Why? He trusted his clarity to face anything. Each time you resist chasing certainty, you train your mind to stand firm in the unknown, staying calm. That's power. Third, carve out space for silence. Answers don't come from noise, they come from stillness. Patience, letting time do its work. Tell yourself, I don't know yet. And that's okay. The right answer will come when I'm ready, or when life decides. This isn't laziness, it's emotional maturity. You don't need to predict everything. Just trust yourself through anything. Write this in the comments. I release the need to know. I trust my strength in the unknown. Sixth truth, build daily mental habits, not mood-driven ones. Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, live it. One day you wake up strong, focused, calm, ready. The next, you're anxious, irritable, lost. What changed? Most people let moods dictate their mindset. If they feel motivated, they act. If they feel down, they quit. Living by mood is dangerous. Moods shift like weather. If your life hinges on feeling good first, you'll never master your mind long term. Stoics didn't wait for perfect energy. They built rituals regardless of emotion. Ask yourself, do I have a mental habit? Not just a to-do list. Something to center and sharpen your clarity before the day's chaos hits. Life is noisy if you don't start with intention. The world will set your mood for you. Start here. Begin with silence. 5 minutes each morning. No phone. No music. Just sit. Breathe. Breathe slowly. Let your mind settle. This isn't trendy meditation. It's mental grounding. Before the world rushes in, check in with yourself. Second, write a guiding sentence. Stoics wrote to themselves to stay anchored in a chaotic world. Try today. I won't rush. My peace isn't negotiable. I choose clarity over reaction. Simple, powerful, intentional. You don't need a perfect journal, just consistency. Here's the key. Show up. Even when you feel lazy or tired. Maybe not at 100%. Maybe just 40%. But show up. The future doesn't care how you felt today. It cares what you did despite it. When your mind sees you don't crumble with every mood swing, it respects you. That respect becomes confidence. That confidence becomes strength. That strength becomes control. You are not your emotions, you are your daily disciplines. Write this in the comments: I act with discipline, not emotion. Seventh truth. Make your inner world stronger than the outer one. Marcus Aurelius. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. The world grows louder, faster, more demanding, full of opinions, comparisons, pressure to perform and prove yourself. Most lose themselves in it. They chase validation, need approval, fear, judgment. They build their identity on things beyond their control: followers, others' perceptions, praise. But Stoics knew better. If your peace relies on the external world, you'll never master yourself. The real work is crafting an inner world so robust that external chaos can't shake you. Start here. Stop seeking validation. You don't need everyone to understand or agree with you. Sometimes, being misunderstood is the price of living true to yourself. Tell yourself, if I'm honest and intentional, that's enough. Second, redefine success. Don't let the world define it for you. Is success peace, integrity, daily perseverance? Write your definition. It guides you, not trends or flash. Third, celebrate inner victories. Praise yourself for staying calm under pressure, holding boundaries, or not reacting when unnoticed. Those are strengths most won't grasp because they're too busy appearing strong instead of being strong. The outer world shifts, but you can be a steady flame. That's the Stoic mission, not escaping life, but building a mind that stands firm no matter what's thrown at it. Write this in the comments. My strength comes from within. I don't chase approval. Now, let's wrap up. If you've watched this far, you're not after shallow motivation. You want truth. Here's the truth. You won't master your mind perfectly. You'll overthink, react, slip into old habits. But now you're aware. Awareness is power. You're not your emotions, you're your choices. You're not your thoughts, you're how you respond to them. You don't need to predict life, just face it with clarity. That's what Stoicism teaches: every pause before reacting, every reflection over outburst, every choice of discipline over emotion is control. That's growth. That's freedom. You don't need to be fearless. Just lead your mind like a warrior. Don't chase a perfect mind. Build a resilient one that stands tall, listens, and chooses wisely. You can do this not because life gets easier, but because you grow stronger. If this video moved you, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to transform you from within. Write this final affirmation in the comments: I lead my mind. I don't follow it.